Yes, hello and welcome to Souq Sports. We're here live and we are going to dissect and dive deeply into sports. For the short time we're going to have an exciting time. My name is Souq and with me are the regular culprits and the one that had run and we found him. Not kidnapped, but we found him. Guys, you're welcome to Souq Sports.
Yeah.
How are you, Julie?
It's a privilege being here. I love being here. It gives me such an incalculable pleasure every time I come around, you know.
Yeah, same here. It's really, really wonderful.
It doesn't calculate the
No, I don't
pleasure.
calculate anything. I'm not good with math.
Yes, we have a lot. We have a packed show today, and we won't take any of your time. Every second is very precious to us. So we are diving in straight to the controversies. Now we are having the A22 company. They had an issue 2021 where they wanted the European Super League that FIFA and Premiership and UEFA disagreed and they went to court. Congratulations, 2 days ago they won the case and immediately they are trying to start the Super League. Now they are having issues. Guys, do you think club sides are ready for another competition?
Well, I wouldn't even say club side alone. Even we, the fans. I mean, it's a lot of games to keep up with at this point. Then creating another home and away game.
Okay.
In midweek, when we have the EFL, we have Champions League, we have the Europa. I mean, it's too much. It's too much for us. You get me? It's too much to even focus on. It's too much to pay attention to. For we sport lovers, we definitely want more games, right? But
Yeah, definitely.
well, look at the players.
Look at, and they said 62 teams.
64.
Oh, 64
for the
teams.
males,
Yeah.
32 for the females.
Okay, 64 for the males and 32 for the females.
Yeah.
Now let's look at the drawbacks. Is it all about money, politics, or fame?
Well, for me, I think we already have enough. Everybody clamoring just wants. They don't want too much of the regulation from whether UEFA or FIFA. But I'm thinking, are we going to be comfortable? The same set of people playing this. How many people want to actually follow this, the whole league thing? Right now, some of the clubs are saying, well, we're comfortable with what we're doing already. Let's enjoy it. A little of your autonomy rather than when we get into this, we can start, but can we sustain the pace? 64 back-to-back watching football, Nations Cup. I mean, we had to adjust our Nations Cup time to suit whatever is happening in the European League.
The money is coming from there.
But regardless of the money,
But the money is still coming from there.
Our guys are playing. I mean,
the money comes from the European leagues because you have to, garner sponsors. You have to gather, athletes. You have your athletes that play over in Europe, and you know how much they pay them. So it also speaks to coordination. Like we need to cooperate. You can't leave. Yes, we're out to make money. It's business, regardless of the sport. It's business.
But there are human beings that are doing the business.
Yes, there are human beings, and there are also human beings you need to take into consideration.
The clubs that have pulled out, some clubs that say we are not part of it. The big four.
Yeah.
Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and it's Chelsea. Chelsea's still part of the big four.
Yeah. Chelsea is there.
Chelsea is part of the big four.
Yeah, Chelsea is there. Chelsea is there.
Yes, they won their case, so let's just say they have their victory. But what happens after that? Will we get to find out? Now let's move straight to the next topic. And now we are looking at no other thing but the ECL is still there. We'll keep looking at it, it will survive. Now let's look at they are not only focusing on just Premiership or the first tier. I hope you know. Yeah. They are looking at all the tiers. So how are they going to cope? I mean, you are telling me somebody that is playing in Division 3 or a championship in Azerbaijan is coming to face a Man City. How is it going to work?
For me, I think they are biting more than they are ready to chew because, man, in the long run, these guys will get tired. I mean, we are beginning to lose fun. Everybody is trying to be political here. What about the players? What have they got to say? I mean, you don't just decide. And what about, like Charles said earlier on, we the viewers, I mean, we want to lay back and just support our local clubs and BCC Lions of Boko, Bendens Insurance. I know you don't like that, but I mean, those are my guy, Raymond Stars. I'm not thinking of.
But we're talking about Europe at the moment.
Yeah, Europe. Yes, that's what I'm saying. A great deal of our guys ply their trade there. I mean, and what we do right now is, I mean, if FIFA is not overstepping its bound and UEFA, I think they should just leave it at this level, let Champions League go, and let everybody play whatever they want to play. 64.
Okay. Leaving it at this level, let's go to the cup games that were played yesterday. Liverpool did something that was not fair. You don't take your neighbors and send them to the cleaners like that. How can you beat a Premier League club 5? You're smiling.
Liverpool has done 7 with Manchester.
We are talking about
No. So 5 is, I mean, it's understandable.
And you are telling that to Manchester United
Well,
fan.
you always like to spit in our face. We are currently going through, you know,
emotional damage.
Well, a bit as it is, we are fighting back. But speaking to Liverpool and that 5-1 trashing of West Ham, it was a long time coming, because I think it's a response to the Anfield fans, because when they played Manchester United, the atmosphere there was questionable for an Anfield game where Liverpool was playing Manchester United. I mean, for the fans not to respond, not to give the normal, you know, presence or as the 11th or as the 12th man in the game, I think that's why they came up with that response, and to react their dominance in the game and show West Ham that they are not to be toyed with.
I think Liverpool had a good day. I mean, if Salah had converted some of the chances,
Liverpool
probably.
fan, we know.
No, I'm not really. I'm not a fan of Liverpool. Never been. I'm not sure. Maybe just Steven Gerrard, maybe a player, but I'm not really the Liverpool guy. I'm still BC's Lions of Boko anytime, so I'm not your Liverpool kind of guy.
Now talking about beating, let's go to UFC, where the beating normally occurs. Now Michael Venom Page, he has signed a contract with UFC, and now he has vowed, he's 36, I think he's 36, and he has vowed that in the short distance he is going to be a champion.
I mean,
for a contract he just signed just yesterday. He's already telling people that have been there, that have come here to beat you.
Well, I feel it speaks to his confidence and his self-belief.
Okay.
He knows what he's capable of, and I feel for him to come out and say such a thing, he really has what it takes. But I fear for the likes of which he will come up against, because they are not playing. Because you just entered this business and you're already claiming Jagaban, and when you have people like Israel, Adesanya, and the like,
Pereira,
same weight category.
At least you should pay some respect to these guys that have already been applying their trade before you did.
I think he's only trying to just, you trash talk, you just say stuff until you get the pummeling. Someone knocks you and you're unconscious for days, and you understand. But hey, I mean, the floor is open. He could take chances. You never can tell. You might have 1 or 2 runs, but eventually he will meet his Waterloo in no time. I guarantee you, he'll meet his Waterloo in no time.
And also, it has to help them sell tickets. Everybody will look forward to a fight that is equally well hyped.
Yes, well talked.
So well trash talk. Like, let's see what he really has behind those much talks. All talks and no work.
Okay, now talking about knocks and running, let's see something that happened in cricket. England is keeping their places open for Ben and Jofra. Yeah. They were both injured some time ago. One is suffering a knee injury, one is suffering an elbow injury, and they are keeping the place open, saying that these guys are exceptional, and we are keeping this place open for them for the competition. Well, I think that's a good one.
It's a good one. Yeah, you don't want to meet Pakistan at this level. I mean, those guys are doing well. So, well, it's a good one. We wish them speed recovery. But if they don't, you have to do something else to get in the place. Australia is also doing well. So
the West Indies, those are runaway champions of all time. And I also think if for England to make such a statement, it goes to speak of the quality of those players. I mean, if you have a super captain just like Archer, you want to keep him in the team, even for just a motivational presence. Do you understand?
Just like Ahmed Musa would do.
No, forget Ahmed.
Hey, forget who?
His time is
gone. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not forgetting anybody, but we are trying to tell you, if
let's allow the next generation.
Let's talk about these brands first. Yes, so Ahmed Musa, if you have your brand or any other brand out there, bring them up here and we'll push it as much than the world will get to hear you. We're going on a break, and Souq Sports will be right back.
Hi, I'm Blessing Daiche, anchor and exchange on Souq News. The beautiful season is here again.
I smell Christmas.
Ta-da! It's Christmas.
Christmas is a holiday where we celebrate the birth of Christ. It is a super celebration where we share love and many cheers.
Christmas, a time to make merry and show love.
Spend time. Go out there and spend time with your family and friends and loved ones.
I mean, you don't get to do that.
I can't wait to have my plate of rice and chicken. I'm Adesiwa Iromosele. I'm a presenter and anchor right here on Souq News.
I am Osama Zaida Hosa, Femi Watch Limited owner of Souq News and Watch Radio. Wishing you a very wonderful Christmas. Christmas represents the incarnation of God, becoming man and showing us the greatest of love. It's a season to love one another. Show love to a brother out there and let the love move around.
My name is Dr. Rafiu Oladipo.
My name is Baba Jalal Repega.
I'm Reverend Julia Benite.
I'm Godio Didi.
My name is Professor Oladokun Sulaiman Olarawaju.
Souq News is on the ground, loading.
Very enlightening, very educative, and entertaining.
Thank you to Souq News.
So I'm happy that Souq TV has come into existence.
I'm happy to be here in the Souq News.
I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel and keep watching news that makes sense.
As Browning said, one's extension of one's reach should not exceed one's grasp, or what is heaven for? And I think Souq News is doing that.
Africa needs a voice of truth, and Souq News has become one of them. And get ready, get ready, get ready.
And keep watching.
Keep watching Souq News.
Keep watching Souq News. It's a place to be.
Keep watching.
Yes, welcome back to Souq Sports. I still got my guys here. Juvie is here, Charles is here, and we are all here. Thank you very much for staying there and always tuning in and watching. We're going straight to a controversy, and we're talking about the Olympics holding in Paris. Now, we don't want to call names, but someone that happens to be the head of an Olympic committee, an athletics committee somewhere in England, is saying that the Paris Olympics is too expensive because of their tickets. And now we have a reply from the head of the current Olympics telling him that no, we are not expensive. A third of our budget is coming from our tickets. And then he said, okay, now let's look at inflation. The cost of your own hosting in 2012 is even higher than what we are doing now if we factor inflation inside it. It's been, you give me a punch, I give you two back. It's been, man, I love what's happening in the world of sport in the last 3 days. And for good news, the Lyon captain is out of the hospital. Our prayers worked. Yeah. So Tom, we wish you a very, very fast recovery as you get yourself back in full health. Now let's talk about what we wanted to dwell on, the transfer market. You're smiling.
Who is buying who?
Nobody's coming to lobby stars.
Who is buying what?
The transfer market is heating up.
Right,
Charles.
How is market, Charles?
Well,
you just came back from there. Tell us.
We can see that Chelsea and Salzburg are in the talks for the young 21-year-old Amad Dedik. That name is always giving me this. He's a young, exciting player.
And the valuation is high for me.
It is because they look at prospects, what he stands to give you in the long run.
In the long run, eventually.
It's not just about now. He's a young player, exciting.
Over 20 million. That's not much.
It isn't for an outfield player. We're not talking about defense now. You know, these wingers are always very expensive because they do a lot of work. They contribute to your attack. They contribute to the defense.
So you mean like Saka, right?
Well, Saka doesn't
like Martinelli.
They don't do much defending if you want to put it in the grand scheme of things.
You said the wingers are okay. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, the next one. Say Real
but
Madrid
Saka is very good. You know.
Say Real Madrid could be interested in re-signing Manchester United's Rafael Varane.
Oh,
which is very exciting because when you look at their injury list, all their defenders are gone. Nacho Monreal picked up a red card yesterday in the game against them. So it's really very bad. So they are in dire need of Varane at the moment.
Why did they let him go in the first place?
Well, they felt they had everything they required.
Now, why are they bringing him back from Man U?
Well, he's the easiest sort, and he's a Real Madrid boy.
Yes, he is.
He's integrated into the team. He has won 5 Champions League with them.
Yes,
so
he has.
He knows the nook and cranny of the club.
Aside Ronaldo, who has left Man U and survived?
Well,
a great deal left now.
Okay, next. Keep going.
Well, okay, keep going. Manchester United boss Erik ten Hag wants to keep Varane, who joined the Red Devils from Real in 2021. Well, the Brazil midfielder Casemiro in January transfer would also likely leave. You know, and Arsenal and Chelsea are leading the race to sign 27-year-old England striker Ivan Toney from Brentford. Manchester United are also interested in Real Sociedad's Japan winger Takufuse Kubo, which is somebody that is very interesting to look at because when you look at his rise, he's been in Barcelona, La Masia. He has also been in Real Madrid, and he's an exciting young player for Japan. We all see the marvelous work he's doing in Real Sociedad.
My question is, why did Madrid let him go?
Well, at that time they had a lot of exciting players in that position which he's contending for. And obviously, it's difficult to come in and kick the likes of Toni Kroos out, the likes of Modric. Do you want to displace the famous trial in all of European football?
Yeah,
it takes a lot to be able to do that. And at that moment, he didn't have what it takes. So is it that you let him go on a loan or you sell him? They choose the one that will most benefit them.
Money.
Yeah, money is
always. No, it's for me, I don't think it's all about you. You check the prospect, you check your pattern of play, who fits into what you're doing at the moment, you understand? And also, speaking of Casemiro, rumor has it that the boys from the Middle East are interested. And
well, it's very likely that he retires there. He retires his football there. I mean, look at the trend lately. Everyone who is
it the boy for the Middle East or the bank from the Middle East?
The money from the Middle East. But I see it as a viable option for him, being that he needs to play less competitive. I'm not without discrediting the Saudi Arabia League, but he needs to play less competitive football. When you talk of age and all that, it's very difficult to compete with
Are you saying what Man U have done to him or what?
Well,
basically it wasn't even Man U. I think age was already telling on.
Not everybody can be Ronaldo, you know. Not everybody can be Messi.
What about Sancho? I heard this rumor also has it that he's heading somewhere.
Yeah, where the money is at this particular point, people just want to lay back and just play good football, not necessarily competitive football, but get the money in the bag and just chill.
But concerning Sancho, I think it would be a very lucrative move for him if he does go to Bayer Leverkusen, because it's a group of young, exciting players, which Xabi has been able to give
the history. 25, 25 across. Competition. 25, they've not lost. 25 games. The history of
when you say 25, add Victor Boniface's name to it.
We can see the good work that he's doing. We see the good work he's doing in Bayer Leverkusen. Adding someone like Sancho with his pedigree on the wing, just adding another Arsenal to their fire.
Yes, thanks for mentioning Arsenal. But I think Sancho's issue in Man U was, I think he has a disagreement with the coach.
Yes,
and he's still running.
He had an issue.
They are not saying it.
And Manchester, well, it's a managerial issue and it's been
Are you sure?
It's a case of insubordination.
Yeah,
if you ask
it's
me.
the managerial stuff.
When you have a hot-headed manager and you have a hot-headed player, definitely they will clash. You know Eric Ten Hag with his disciplinary issues. He had one when he was at Ajax when the player refused to change his looks and the player lashed back at him about his hair, and a lot of that like that. We saw the Ronaldo issue.
Yeah, the Ronaldo.
Yeah, he had one with Pogba, even when Pogba was out. So we see this kind of thing, and we the fans who love Sancho and know what he brings to the team, let both parties sit, discuss, and look for a situation where this guy can be,
Okay. Now, for January, which club do you think is going to spend more between the big six and the new entrants? Who do you think is going to spend more?
The club with the money will spend more.
Well, I don't see Man City.
Man City will not.
They don't need anything from the market right now.
Are you sure? But they are in the market.
They're in the market already.
You look at that squad. What would you take and what would you put?
The squad seems to also be tiring out a bit too.
Well,
and they have a lot of games.
I project Chelsea again.
Again?
Yes, they are still struggling with injuries.
But Man U is selling almost half the team. So who is going to replace them?
Well, Chelsea is my projection. They will still be the big money spender. For those people that are currently occupying the top 4 in the Premier League, I don't see Aston Villa doing much spending because they lack the revenue or they lack the money to do so.
But they are doing well.
They are still yet to win a trophy. And how do clubs make money? By winning trophies.
Yeah, just like Arsenal, right?
Yeah. Just like Arsenal.
Just like Arsenal.
Don't see the last bit of the last 10 seconds. Just delete it. It never happened. Now let's go back to the Saudi League, the men with the bank.
Yeah.
This rumor keeps coming up that they still want Mbappe. Is it ever going to happen like now? Is it a possibility?
Well, given the age, I don't think Mbappe is considering going to the Saudi Pro League because he still has a lot to offer. He still has a lot to win. He has not won the Champions League yet.
Yeah.
And he's 25. He has not won the Champions League. I put myself in Mbappe's shoes. I've won the World Cup. I've won every other trophy available to me, both domestically and with the national team. What is left? Champions League. I should fight for something. I should fight to win something.
But I think pride is involved, and also the fact that. But if the money is good, the club will consider it. That's the problem.
How much is he earning at
these guys? He's earning a lot. They'll triple and
you're forgetting that these guys are also Europeans. They don't really care about money. They care about their status. I mean, they care about immortalizing themselves in this.
But the money, I'm not saying on Mbappe. The club are saying the money. I mean, those were part of the conversation happening. Like, if this money is good, do you think PSG would want to keep you
over the prospect of winning Ballon d'Or? I mean, he has been a five-time place
nominee.
Mm-hmm. So he still has a chance with Real Madrid. We know what Real Madrid and Barcelona does to the Ballon d'Or.
But Real is not looking unlike what happens.
They are playing politics.
They are playing politics with this. He has refused to sign a contract with PSG.
2015.
And so you know what happens to him if he doesn't resign.
If he doesn't resign, nothing happens to him. He lives on a free and he goes to Real Madrid. His life goes on.
And you think he will fit? What position do you think he's going to take?
Let's leave him perfect. Let's go to Osimhen.
Okay.
Do you think Osimhen is leaving in January?
Well, it's unlikely that he will, but if the pressure comes in, I think Arsenal and Manchester United are still in the running for Osimhen because those are the people that I feel need the striking services of Osimhen.
I would have preferred he went to. I mean, it's strange for me to say Osimhen to Chelsea, but for Arsenal, that is not his kind of.
No one would love to play in a club where they don't have a chance to play in Europe.
Okay.
For now,
that did not come from this side of the divide. For now. Yes, we want to say thank you very much for being there, staying on, and almost logging onto Souq Sports, onto Souq News, and being that viewer, that particular community we love. We want to say thank you. And for every guest that have walked through our doors, we say thank you very much. Do have yourself a very, very beautiful Christmas. We want to say thank you to Israel. Thank you very much to our man. Yeah, they are dancing. Fortune. Then for our technical crew in the MCR, to talk where we say thank you very much. To Gladys, to Austin, to Black, and to our producer, Kelvin, thank you very much. And to Baba that is always there making sure that things happen. Baba, thank you very much. This is Souq Sports. My name is Chooks, and on to my guys.
Yeah, I'm Charles Jonah, and have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas.
I am dreaming of a white Christmas. All right, have a fun and enjoy yourself. It's au revoir from me, Juvie.
I'm sure you never saw that coming. Bye.